Amazingly, the press and the public are demanding that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex say something. And not so long ago, in response to any of their statements, most of the public advised them to shut up, sometimes launching hashtags on social networks. However, now, with the release of Omid Scobie's book Endgame and amid the Dutch scandal when the Dutch version of the book names royal racists, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are being urged to break their deafening silence and comment on the racist scandal once again sparked by their loyal cheerleader. But so far, the Montecito couple is pretending not to hear those demands. The only thing that has come out on their behalf on the matter is a statement from a source close to Meghan Markle to The Telegraph. The source insists that Meghan Markle, who allegedly named the names of two royal racists in a letter to Prince, at the time, in 2021, Charles, never intended for their names to be mentioned publicly and that no one in her inner circle gave Mr. Scobie the information. In turn, Buckingham Palace, also through an insider, has made it clear to the media that an internal investigation is now underway, finding out who may have had access to this correspondence between Charles and Meghan from the royal side. The emails are considered so deeply private that the palace believes only a tiny handful of people have seen them, and there is absolute certainty that the leak did not come from them. But, trust but verify. It is also reported that the king is taking the furor over the book very seriously and will consult with senior advisors next week on the family's next move, with all options including legal action being considered. Explaining some of King Charles III's slowness on the matter, the British media emphasize, this is not a situation where haste is required. Queen Elizabeth II in 2021, when the Sussexes' statement in an interview with Oprah Winfrey about royal racism was very hot, reacted to it only 3 days later, informing the world that memories may differ. Now that royal racism is certainly being discussed, but it is no longer some kind of revelation, King Charles is in no hurry at all. The main damage was done in 2021, and what is happening now is just an attempt by Omid Scobie, his publishers, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, and their puppeteers, emphasis added, to profit from chewing up an old scoop that has been powdered with unsubstantiated accusations against senior members of the royal family in an attempt to refresh it. And if we proceed from these inputs and taking into account that King Charles III was scheduled to participate in a major international event, the COP28 Climate Summit in the United Arab Emirates, the priorities were set as follows. First, Charles goes to Dubai, where he gives a keynote speech and communicates with leaders of foreign powers. Then he goes to Norfolk for the weekend, where he rests peacefully, strolling around his Sandringham estate, and then he begins to have a headache about Endgame. And let Omid wait. He's not such an important bird. Many, by the way, in silence reproach not only Sussexes, but also the king. However, I dare to remind that punishment by silence, according to psychologists, is one of the toughest methods of manipulation. The Sussexes, through the mouth of Omid Scobie, have said their word and now they have to obediently wait for an answer from the king and the royal family. And there is no guarantee that there will be an answer at all. It is quite likely that the royal family, as in most other cases, will not descend to the discussion so coveted by the Sussexes. And it will turn out that they have once again shouted into the void, issued a challenge that they have not even, with obvious contempt, seen fit to answer. Give it a like and leave a comment.